Boris, tell me more about where we are.
More about it is all about the exterior. The exterior has a lot to offer. As you can see, it's a modern, contemporary villa triplex. As you can see, parking for 2 cars. It has this is the rooftop terrace. You do your mini events on this space. It's your guy Boris Yeltsin.
And Terry, of course.
We're back in Lavington in a 5-bedroom, all-ensuite, approximately 8,000 square feet in the market for only 110 million.
I'm seeing the excitement that we have going on here. The house is beautiful. Only 7 units in the entire compound. Boris, tell me more about where we are.
More about it is all about the exterior. The exterior has a lot to offer. As you can see, it's a modern, contemporary villa triplex. As you can see, parking for 2 cars. It has a lot to offer. But then Terry, before we move forward, there's a lot to talk about on this facade. As you can see, beautiful stone cladding on the wall, nicely done wall master, subtle colors. And as you can see up there, we have all those struts running all around, improving the beauty of this villa.
And I also noticed that we do have access to the garden from the back and also some slats here just to create a nice visual. You can actually see it from the parking to the garden side.
That's only for the units on the corner, like this, and the other one. It's only for the corner units.
That is quite nice. Seems very spacious, very huge. I cannot wait to see what we have going on the inside.
Before we get to the inside, you've got all these beautiful canister lights illuminating the parking. Sexy. On the other side, you have all that beautiful pivot door, modern, exuding elegance.
Absolutely. And I've also noticed at the entrance we have a nice huge window that you can see on the inside, which is unique.
Exactly. That's what I would like to flow into the property. But then Terry, before we jump in, many guys are asking, Boris and Terry, how is the electricity situation?
The beauty about it is that we have a full backup generator that supplies in the entire residence, which is well thought of, fully functional, so you don't have to worry about lights going off, ever.
How about water? Because water is so important.
Well, we have water storage tanks and from the City Council, and we also have boreholes to back it up.
Amazing, beautiful. This is curated for families that are so big that want more spaces and in a nicely done unit like this. Let's go inside, show them what you have on the interior. Into the property. This property is still new, right? You buy it, you become the first owner. But then what has really caught my attention on the entry point, and even the door itself, it's this door, nicely done, wooden pivot door, the space on the entry foyer, and even the height on the entry foyer.
It's very generous, the ceiling height, and also the space that you have at the entrance. You can have a nice console just to place some decor over there as you're having guests coming in. It would be so inviting and also very cozy and homely.
I would go with the shoe rack because I kind of feel like, it's spacious to allow you to fit a shoe rack on that side. But then I realized that many people who own these properties don't like shoe racks at the main entrance. I don't know why.
Well, Boris, to each his own. You would want a shoe rack, I'd want a console.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. But then again, the layout is a bit confusing. The entrance is on that side, then this takes me to the other side, then this side, it's a bit confusing. Could you kindly explain to me what happens on this level?
On this level is where we have the living lounge, we have the kitchen, and we also have the staircase that leads you to the upper level of the house. But before we touch on what we have on the upper levels, let us expand on what we have on the lounge space and also the beautiful garden that we have ahead of us.
This lounge has a lot to offer. Not only space, but also the height of the ceiling. Many times I've seen 3.5 and 4 meter high. This is quite high. It's so high. And I also like the way they have done the rock ceilings with some nice recessed lighting. Beautiful.
Absolutely. And also the TV area that we have here, quite lovely. I love the fact that we can have some nice monuments there, some nice decor, and also the choice of the tile used corresponds very well what we have on these panels right here.
I think the developer used a reputable interior designer to help him or her in choosing color palettes. Many times luxury is not just design, but also color palettes would determine luxury in a property.
I completely agree with you. And the fact that you have this beautiful scene just from your launch area that opens up to that garden, you could imagine, you don't even need to watch TV here. You could just maybe watch your kids playing over there.
This is the TV of this lounge. This is the TV and I like it. A French window gives you direct access into your garden, and this is a huge garden. But then before I talk about the garden, it's not only this. All the units here have big gardens. Just as I'm speaking to you right now, the gardener is working on cleaning it. So eventually it will look cleaner. But Terry, just to where you're standing right now, these are concrete pavers, not your common ones. They have some texture, some detail on them. I do love them.
Absolutely. And as we are standing out here, I have noticed a trend that we have in villas at the moment. We have live fences as opposed to having something concrete between neighbors, which is quite nice.
But I mean, what is nice about that? What is nice about that? I mean, what is nice about it?
It's a live fence, Boris. You could imagine if we had a concrete wall standing over here, you wouldn't have that seamless flow, you know.
Of air.
Yeah, of air.
Insects,
and also creating an
organism.
intimate community amongst your neighbors.
All right, very smart. I like that. Very smart. But then back onto the exterior of this villa. Look at the architecture on this other side. This is your backyard where you do your events. Barbecuing takes place on this space. Kids can play here. Anything that gathers people happens on this space. So therefore, when you're buying this property, you're not buying just a structure. You're also buying into an outdoor space just like this, Terry.
Absolutely. And I love from here, you can actually see that we have multiple balconies as we ascend up, which is nice.
And a rooftop terrace that you love once you get to see it. Let's go inside to see what they have on the other side of the property, which I think Terry said it's beautiful than this side. Let's go.
How incredible is this, Boris? Look at the ceiling height, very generous.
I think the height is decent. I also like the white in this kitchen. Trust me, without the white, this room would look dark.
Absolutely. I love the fact that it also gives you a caution that you'd have to be a very clean person to maintain this space because of the color.
Just like me and you. All right, I'm seeing a lot happening here. So what does the kitchen come with?
It comes with a 5-burner,
all right.
Of course an extractor.
All right.
You have a fully fitted kitchen with an oven and also a microwave. Not forgetting that plenty of space to store your chinaware, utensils and everything of importance in this space. And the fact that they also went with some glass cabinets, it's quite nice, gives it an elegant look. What do you think about it?
I think what has really caught my attention in this space is the fact that the kitchen looks a bit tight, but then they managed to fit in a kitchen island. That is very smart. Second is the positioning of the sinks. The sink, many times you find them just on this side. It's far away from the burner and the other countertops. That's so smart. I like that.
And also the space that they left for a double door fridge, which is, I think, quite nice. Many people assume that you'd use this, the basic standard type of fridge, but this is well thought out as well.
Amazing. Also, the idea of fitting those windows on the other side. Nicely placed to increase light provision on this space. Beautiful and sexy. Then what do we have on the other side of this kitchen? Because many guys are wondering, what else do we have connected to this kitchen?
Well, we have the laundry area, which is connected to the far end of it. And also to the right is where we have our ensuite DSQ. And there's also an access door right from the exterior, leads you to the kitchen area. And you can also use the other side to gain your access to the gardens.
Not only that, the SQ is not just an SQ, it's a spacious SQ. Is one of the most spacious SQs I've ever seen in my real estate career.
That is true. It doesn't get generous as such because it's quite nice.
Amazing. So where else or where next?
I want to show you where we have the guest bedroom and the clock room well tucked away.
All right.
Which is quite nice. If I was a guest in this space, I am not leaving unless you throw me out.
But I think what has really captured my attention is this spiral cord staircase that takes you upstairs, and the glass. It looks more skeletal, and I think that is what exudes the beauty of this staircase. And then we will just talk about it once we get to finish with the other side. Of course, more more space down here in case you want to store something, but I don't advise you to store anything down here because it's so exposed.
That is true. It would ruin the beauty of the space.
Yes.
So right here is where we have our clock room, well tucked away for privacy. This is quite nice. Comes with a nice floating vanity sink and also a smart mirror. And they also incorporated 2 casement windows just for natural light to come in and also fresh air, which I think is quite nice. And where Boris is standing is where we have the guest bedroom.
Guys, don't mind about the dirt and all that. It's new, yet not yet clean, so don't mind about that. I want you to watch these with an open mindset, right? Just assume it has been clean, because I know I'm also OCD. So if you are OCD, please excuse me today. Just watch these on an open mindset. The sink sits in between here, nicely positioned, and this becomes the first bedroom. What I've noticed about this bedroom is the size of the French windows, the access into the garden. I love it. It's down here, you know, it's more cooler, space in it, and many more.
You can also have this as your guests, and also maybe if you have older parents who cannot access the rooms upstairs, this will be ideal for them. If you notice, it's very spacious, ceiling height is still generous, and you have a wardrobe running from left to right. You don't get that anymore.
Mostly in master bedroom.
Exactly.
Now, this is on the guest bedroom. On the floor is beautiful wooden-like tiles, which improve the beauty of this space. Come this way. Look at this. This is your washroom. Has shower, cubicle, toilet, and a sink, plus a medicine cabinetry. But mostly, it's on the fittings of this unit. I love it. Looks very luxurious. Feels very luxurious. The tones are so beautiful. I love everything about this bedroom. Terry, we go which way?
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
We have more to explore on the upper level, which I think they will love.
But this guy's wondering, would you manage to walk on these stairs with those heels?
Oh yes! Don't worry about that. Let me show you what we have upstairs.
All right.
Boris, where are we right now?
We are on the second level of my triplex villa. I just got one on the other side. If you buy this, you become a neighbor immediately. Now on this... Why are you laughing? Come on.
Boris, I'm moving in. The guest bedroom is mine.
Okay, you're welcome anytime. So this is your second level. It comes with 4 sections. This is your family lounge, and I've got 3 more bedrooms, huge, right? All en suite.
I love the concept of where we're standing, which is the family lounge, which is quite nice. You can notice that we have the sunlight hitting in, coming in towards this space. It's nice. It's also inviting. What do you think?
What I think is the architect was so smart. Look at the smartness. The windows are so huge. Remember, the distance in between the units is not that wide. And so therefore, privacy becomes a little bit of an issue. What it chose to go by was to do struts that would just run from the floor all the way to the ceiling to improve privacy of this family lounge, as well as allowing light to flow into the space. That is very smart. You'll notice that mostly when you fly the drone and show them the exterior of this villa from out.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Also, the layout on the interior makes a whole lot of sense because we are on the upper level and you have 3 bedrooms in this space, which I think they're well tucked away. They're near to each other, but also very private in their own.
Amazing. TV sits over there. Height is beautiful. Nicely done rock ceiling. Socket over there. Somewhere here and also here. I mean, you have your couch here. You plug and use your phone, your laptop, your blah blah can easily access the sockets easily at any point.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we have all these slats on this other side still allows air circulation in the property. I love it. In as much as we have airflow into the family room, there is also privacy from this side, also on the other side.
And still visibility on whoever is coming up or going down.
Very true. Now onto this other side becomes the second bedroom of this villa. Terry, what do you think?
It's so lovely, still very spacious. Ceiling height is still very much generous. I just love the fact that we have plenty of wardrobe space. Many people complain that they don't have space for their clothes, their suitcases. Right here, there's no complaint.
Look, in all honesty, this room, if you look at it at an angle of inclination, you realize that it looks smaller. But then once you change the angle then into elevation, it looks bigger. Why? It's because of the height of the ceiling. And this side, you have a very beautiful window that gives you picturesque views of the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not forgetting that it's ensuite. still consistent.
All right.
If you may check, still consistent in the ceiling height, which I think is quite nice. You don't get this quite often. You have the floating vanity sink, the water closet, a nice spacious shower cubicle, which is quite nice. Casement window and also a smart mirror right there with also a shaver's socket right there. Quite nice. I just love every feature about this space. Boris, what's your take?
My take is, come, I want to show you something that you guys have never seen in your entire life. And come this way. This becomes my third bedroom. Now this bedroom has style in it. What do I mean? The type of windows is the first time seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 casement windows serving as the main windows into a bedroom in a villa.
I've never personally seen this type of concept. Normally we expect French windows, but this is unique.
But do you know why they did this?
Tell me, Boris.
Look, the architect behind this property, the guy is so smart. Why? He realized that the units require privacy. So what did he do? He chose to go with casement, parallel windows to improve privacy into the bedroom. Now look, on the flip side, you'd have gone with a huge wide window. Look at that, intrusion into privacy. Privacy becomes a problem. But then going with this, I think it was just to improve privacy into the bedrooms.
Absolutely. I think many people should embrace this concept. If you have limited space to work around, it just emphasizes on the privacy.
Amazing. Walk-in closet, and this side still the washroom. This washroom is a bit different from what you saw on the other side. In terms of style, in terms of space, in terms of height, everything is different. The only similarity is the choice of tile as well as natural lighting. Enough about that. I told you I'll show you something you've never seen in your entire life. Come this way. This is it. Look at this. Have you ever seen a primary suite with this kind of views?
I absolutely love it. The fact that I'm overlooking my garden space right from the balcony is just so beautiful.
The space here is to die for. The choice of color is just beautiful. It makes me relax. Trust me, this is goals. What do I mean? What I mean is, just the combination of the colors, man. If I was to do my house right now, I would go with the same color tones. 100%.
Absolutely. But Boris, didn't you just buy next door?
I just put that up for investment, but then once I get to buy land and build my own, I would copy everything, color palette from this villa. You have all that lengthy balcony, and I like the aluminum balustrades, huge glass. Gives you a lot of height. In case you have a toddler, there is more safety for the kids. All right, look at this. A huge French window from end to end, more light into the space. The tile is still consistent. Remember, the washroom has a lot to offer, but that is terrace.
Let me show you my favorite segment about this primary suite, which is this beautiful walk-in closet. It's absolutely amazing. The fact that you can easily fit an island right here to store your watches, some of your valuables, it's quite nice. You have plenty of wardrobe space to work around. Not only that, you also get some more space to just maybe do your makeup or also place your important stuff, your watches and everything. And you also have nicely done casement windows, which is unique. This architect is very precise on what they did in this space. Boris, what do you think about that? I've noticed that we have more casement windows. Ideally we would get a French window, but this is quite unique.
I think this is just to improve privacy, because this is the primary suite washroom, and trust me, the owners of the house would love a private moment by themselves. Maybe the husband and wife, or maybe the owner by himself own this space, and that has been improved or achieved with those casement windows. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Look at that. This is a movable piece. You can decide have it here or over there. Look, Terry, I like the choice of color steel. The black, I don't know which color this is, but I think it's light gray. I don't know. Very light gray. It's so subtle. I do love subtle colors, and the fact that the washroom comes with this mirror over here is so sexy. This is just a walk-in closet, not a washroom yet. And I also like the idea of connecting the washroom with the walk-in closet.
Absolutely. And also the bedroom on the other side. So it's very private, and you also have your private sanctuary onto this other side. Let me show you what we have in this bathroom, which is gigantic, very spacious. Still consistent with the choice of tiling in the other rooms, but this one is quite different. We have a soaking tub, we have a his and hers sink, and also smart mirrors to equate the two. Also nicely done frosted casement windows for natural light to come in, of course. And you have your water closet at the far back, well placed for conveniency in this space. Boris, what do you think?
Come. You will love this. Come this way. We have something very special on this other level of the villa. This is what I'm talking about. You have an indoor hosting space just like this. In case there is maybe say too much sun or rainfall, you can use this for events.
Absolutely, and it blends well. It's well connected. It's just a matter of sliding the door. That's it. You can come inside or you can stay outside.
Amazing. Come this way. Come this way. This becomes your 5th bedroom. It's more private, but then the beauty about this, it has its own private sun deck. It's spacious, more natural light. I do like it. A mini walk-in closet, and the washroom is on that side. Terry.
Plenty of space on the sun deck,
right,
overlooking the backyard, which is quite nice. You have quite a nice feature out here, which is so nice. You see the nature, you get to take in the fresh air, just unwind after a long day. Yeah.
On this bedroom, I kind of feel like the designer was a bit biased. Why? It's because it's the only bedroom that has a huge sun deck. You can compare with even the master bedroom.
Yeah, it's a bit biased.
Yeah,
so maybe you could use this as your second primary suite.
Maybe if you want to. But then what really intrigues me with this bedroom is the views I get from this side. Elevated, fresh air, triple filtered, luxury at its best.
Absolutely. It's a bit biased, but I just love the space. Ideally, I would use this as a second primary suite, just maybe as a man cave as well. You can easily convert it to as that.
Amazing. This could be a man cave if you want to, or maybe say a woman cave. If there's anything like that. Shower cubicle, floating toilet, vanity, sink, and all that medicine cabinetry, smart mirror, and still an Arabic shower. But then, come, let's get to see what you have on this side. Before I step to the other side, a small nook that can be functional if you are smart enough to play around the spaces.
Absolutely.
Yes, Terry.
Absolutely. I just love the seamless blend from each and every spot that we have in this space. It's well thought of, plenty of space to work around. So if you're not smart enough to play around with this, you would be wasting this space.
Exactly. That's why you need an interior designer. Once you buy a property, always consult an interior designer to guide you on how to play around with your spaces. Look, you can't be a jack of all trades. Your work is to do business, get the money. Look for me, buy the property. Then look for an interior designer to help you fit out your space. Come on. I mean, everybody plays his part.
Yeah, I think that the moment you get this property, if you play around with it very nicely, you would get a luxury home that you'd come to unwind in each and every day. Exactly.
I've walked into many properties and I've realized some buyers who buy this kind of villas, they waste them. They go with low-end, furniture. Look for an interior designer to bring the best out of your property. So important. It's so important.
You can imagine having this space, the serene environment, and this house well planned and well staged. It will be quite luxurious.
This is the rooftop terrace. You do your mini events on this space. In case you want to enjoy the sky, you do it on this space. Come on, guys. It's too hot with my jacket. I'm burning inside. And trust me, it's humbling to see you. Once again, my name is Boris Yeltsin. They still call me the Wolf of Real Estate.
And Terry, of course.
We'll see you on the next one, same time. Ciao.